Welcome back to video number 2. As usual, the royal family has been quite busy, so let's jump in and cover it, shall we? Let's go. We're going to start off with Prince William. He went to pay a visit to a helicopter hub after he admitted that he missed flying. So he checked out a helicopter connected to Support for London's Air Ambulance charity. He apparently went privately to the opening of the Airbus helicopter's headquarters at London's Oxford Airport on the 13th. He was there informally, they said, which is why he was wearing a sweater. He spoke with the staff very informally. He was shown around the new Airbus H135, which is bound for London Air Ambulance, and it was on display in the hangar. The helicopter, according to reports, is an updated version of the one that he flew during his 2 years as a pilot with the East Anglian Air Ambulance between March of 2015 and July of 2017. Let's also not forget that William served as a RAF search and rescue pilot, and he remains the patron of the London Air Ambulance. I kind of feel bad for William because it's pretty obvious that he would like to continue flying. He really enjoys it. But, as the future heir, and now that Charles is king, and now that he has cancer, that Charles has cancer, it's just not a possibility. There's too much chance of something going wrong, you know what I mean? So I feel bad for him, but okay. Let's move on to Lady Louise Windsor, because we know that she does the carriage driving, and that, she learned that from Prince Philip. And so she competed at the British Carriage Driving National Championships. Her horse is named Balmoral Phantom. Now, we know that she's 20 years old and she's about to start her senior year at college. However, we know that as far back as 2021, she has been dubbed the family secret weapon thanks to her popularity with the royals. We know that she came out at the Sandringham Horse Driving Trials in June, and she won a silver medal alongside her close university friend, Felix Silva Clamp. Remember, we've talked about, it looks like she's dating that guy. And she was also photoed competing at the Royal Windsor Horse Show in May. These pictures were taken on day 2 of the race course, which, by the way, is in Essex. Now, we know that reports are she was taught to ride when she was very young, and she took up the carriage driving like Philip. And remember that Philip played polo until 1971 when he discovered carriage driving, and they credit Prince Philip with bringing that sport to the UK. Philip, in case you don't know, represented Britain in 3 European championships and 6 world championships. Back in 2021, she spoke on the BBC One's documentary, the one that was titled Prince Philip, the Royal Family Remembers. And she said, and I'm quoting, "The Duke of Edinburgh has been so involved in my driving, which has been lovely, but slightly scary because he invented the sport pretty much. But it's incredible to have learned firsthand from him, and definitely that made us closer, I think. After a competition, he would always ask how he went. His eyes would light up because he would get so excited when he talked about it." Anyway, she is currently studying English literature. She's at the University of St. Andrews. We've already heard she would like to join the military. She's a member of the university's Officer Training Corps. And she's interested in pursuing a career in military, diplomacy, or law. Well, that's pretty cool. I think she has matured into a wonderful young lady, and I think her life is going to go very well for her. I love her. All right, let's move on. This is really King Charles needs somebody to look after 2,000 sheep on the Sandringham estate. So they've put out an application for a skilled shepherd. They want at least 2 years experience. And apparently the farm on Sandringham has permanent grass for breeding. And they need somebody. The perfect candidate should have a passion for livestock, an open mind, and a willingness to learn. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Duchess of Gloucester, who you may not know is the honorary president of the Lawn Tennis Association. And she went to watch the Davis Cup match. between somebody from Canada and somebody from Great Britain during the Group Stage Davis Cup Finals at the AO Arena in Manchester. We're going to stick now with the Duchess of Gloucester. She attended some celebrations at Alexander's of Market Hill in Market Hill, Northern Ireland, and this took place on September 14th. She was there because they were marking their 70th anniversary. She received some gorgeous flowers, as you can see, from an adorable little girl. So they're marking 7 decades in business. The Duchess met staff. She got a tour of the shop, including a first-hand look at their highly popular Christmas shop. And she had homemade refreshments in the coffee house before she cut the 70th anniversary cake. And of course, she met the owners, and they were very grateful that she stopped by to, help them celebrate this milestone. Love it. Well, as you saw yesterday in yesterday's video, the king did a social media post to wish Harry a happy birthday. But after that, the two of them were spotted driving, to attend church as they always do. Because of all the tension in the family, they're saying that it was really uncertain whether the royals would make the public gesture after everything Harry's done to them. But they decided to do it. And again, the articles are saying this was an olive branch. It was not an olive branch, I assure you. I said before yesterday, and I'm going to say it again, I think the fact that they did post something on social media shows that the royal family has a lot of class. After everything that's happened with all the interviews and the TV programs and the books and all the damage that Harry's done, they still went out of their way to wish him a happy birthday. They still won't be communicating, but, there you go. We're going to move on to Princess Anne now, who was in Bristol celebrating the staff and workers at the country's very first support charity for victims of crime. This took place on September 16th, and she was there to help mark the 50th anniversary of victim support, which provides aid to victims of crime and incidents across England and Wales. The charity was founded in Bristol in 1974, and then at that time it was known as the Bristol Victim Support Scheme, but of course it's gone nationwide since then, and Princess Anne is the charity president. Of course, Anne gave a fabulous speech where she paid tribute to the staff and the volunteers, and then she cut the anniversary cake. Now, one volunteer there, Frances Wacom, I believe is how you say her name, had been volunteering there for over 35 years, during which time more than £160,000 was raised for the charity. And just to show you the difference in how things are run, 50 years ago, the volunteers used to go knock on the doors of the people who'd had crime. They don't do that today. And finally, Sir Tim Lawrence was in Bradford for the launch of the Bradford BD25 program. Looking fabulous. All right, you guys know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Then go down into the description box where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, which is currently paused, my Amazon wish list, and there's a physical address as well. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.